Well, how do everybody? I see there's a couple of people here already. Patty, how you doing, Patty? You see, let me see how many. Oh yeah, Buzz was here early. How you doing, boss? We finishing up some. We got some stuff we got to do this weekend. Me and the baby, and we finishing up getting ready for everything this weekend. So she's been busy this week. You know, the wife rules the house. So what she does says it goes. So it's been warm here, man. Been warm. Today was, yeah, I think it was like 96 or something like that. But it's supposed to cool off. It's supposed to be a bad storm coming, but I don't know if it will be or not. But it's been kind of overcast, coming and going today, and it should cool off going forward. Next few days should be in the mid 80s or so. But man, it's just hot, 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 hot. A squared, my man. Hey, I screwed up that email, A squared. I tried to, you'd think I'd know better being a YouTube star like I am. But I had to had to approve that. I didn't know. Usually it sends me a prompt. But I sent that, I replied to that email with the okay. Doing well, Patty. And me. I'm doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. All things considered. I'm on time. I believe you're here for nothing, Buzz. Ain't like anything goes on. Story of my retirement. I did go fishing with yesterday, I believe it was. Yeah, yeah, Wednesday, it sure did. Didn't oh I caught quite a bit, but nothing real big. Nothing over a couple of pounds, I don't reckon. The water warming up like it is. A lot of crabs getting in there now. And they'll take your bait in a heartbeat. But yeah, I had a good day. Had a good day. I actually did some video with my harness. And I made a video, but I don't think I'll post it. But I still need to learn how to use that harness because you can adjust that camera up or down and to get a better view. I got a headband I can wear for the camera too. I might do that next time, see how that works, see if that works any better. Gives you a better view of things. Alton, all right, boss, how you making it? JMP? Ah, yeah, welcome, A squared. I appreciate it, boss. Uh, Aging retiree. Human and rain, North Georgia. Buckle up, summer's coming. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Normally this time of year, but to change of the seasons, it's because what went on at work. I usually like to give out a safety message. You know, in the wintertime, springtime, summer, because that's what they used to do every year, plan it for safety messages. But you gotta be careful out there in this heat. It's we don't deal with the heat as well as we get older. Our bodies don't. So you got to keep your fluids in you. Don't work in the heat of the day. Get out early. So it's just well listen to your body. I had that heat exhaustion one time, man, and you don't want that. You know, that heat stroke is a bad one, but you get that heat exhaustion, it leads up to it. Stephen Crew, all right, retirees uncut. How you doing, buddy? George, looking at my invoice for 97 furnace, 39. Yeah, a few years before I retired, a couple years before I retired, the AC unit went out. We have heat pump, and I don't know what the difference was in there, but I mean it was ridiculous because we'd had it about 15 years, I think, and then it went out. So, but my son was talking about it just the other day, just in the past 20 years, how how expensive a hamburger had gotten at like McDonald's or somewhere in just 20 years. Storm that came out of the Gulf about an hour away from us here and expecting about 2 inches. Yeah, that's I think that's some of the stuff we supposed to get off of that storm, but it's supposed to be windy here and rainy, but it shouldn't be too bad. We're not expecting to get anything major out of it. But we could use the rain. It's been dry as a bone this week. What I can't stand is high humidity. Yeah, tell me about it. There's a big difference between 85 and 90 and no humidity, and 85 and 90 and humidity, Doc. It's now we had a breeze here today. It was a pretty good breeze, but it was that hot breeze. But it's still it weren't so bad. I was out and about. We run into town, and I just come back from my little lady's place, and so I had to run into the drugstore, get my medicine because I was out. So they supposed to call me, but this is the second time that I've run darn near out and they hadn't called me yet. So I don't know. But I went there and there it was. They had it. West Wisconsin, sunny and 70. That's nice weather, man. But y'all have good growing weather. You know, you tend to get a little bit of precipitation and it's cooler. It doesn't scorch your plants and kill them right off. I notice my uncle's up in Ohio and my aunt over there in Pennsylvania. They always have nice yards and flowers and stuff. It's just too hot and humid here. And we ain't even in the deep south. I couldn't imagine having a yard or a garden down in Alabama or Louisiana or somewhere like that. I don't know how they would keep it going. Takes a lot of work down there, a lot of water. Heat exhaustion when you was in elementary school. No kidding. I had mine when I was in my early 20s. I used to do a lot of side work, cutting grass, trees, trimming shrubs, what you name it, pretty much. And boy had hired me a fellow. Actually, he was in the Second World War. That guy was. I knew his buddy across town, and he's the one that put me on to this guy. Whenever he needed anything, he'd call me. And I can't think of the name of them bushes, but it's a big old green bushes. A lot of people line their driveways with them. It's sort of like an evergreen. And he called me to cut them down. My chainsaw broke, so I had to finish up with an axe. Like to kill me, man. At that time, I had that old Ford, and it was stick shift. It was manual brakes, manual steering, manual windows. I was too tired to drive it to the dump after I loaded the truck up. I drove it to the home, had to get a neighbor to take me over there. But I was sick on my stomach, weak, shaky kind of. It was miserable. And I never got diagnosed. I just going from the symptoms, that's what it was. And it'll make you feel bad, man. Terrible. Furnace has been on all week. You got to be kidding me, man. Where you at? The furnace has been on? Man, I couldn't imagine that. Not this time of year. No, I've been waking up. It's been in the 70s, so it's 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. But like I said, it's going to cool down. We'll probably get down in I don't know whether we'll get below 70 at night in the next few weeks, next couple of days. It's supposed to be in the mid 80s or something like that. So, but if that rain comes in like it does tonight, it might have some humidity come behind it. You mean Leland Cypress? No, dog it. I cut down a lot of them when I was hustling. I'm so glad I ain't got to hustle no more. My goodness. But I can't think of the name of them right offhand, boss. But if you trim them up, they'll make a little shrub there. but people plant them beside their driveway, and I could drive by when I was doing it. I'd tell the baby, I said, "Listen, there's some work for me in about 10 years because they grow so big and they grow together, and people want them to look pretty, and they don't take care of them." So yeah, I can't think of the name of them. AccuWeather said it's supposed to be 78 tomorrow. I'm just down the road in York County. Yeah, yeah, I think it's supposed to, I don't think it's supposed to get in the 80s again until next week sometime. It's gonna cool off tomorrow and maybe the weekend might start climbing back up in the 80s, but boxwoods, no, red tips, no. It's more he was close with that cypress. It kind of had that sort of like pine needle look to it. I can't remember the name of them for nothing in the world. But they look nice when people put them in the new houses and down the driveway there on each side. But eventually they just scratch your car all to pieces and they grow together and get big and but maybe I'll put out a community post when I think of it. Red tips, swamp rat. Hey man, I was telling the fellas on here that I went fishing yesterday and I snagged a few little guppies for you. I did yeah, it's some kind of spruce. I don't know. I don't know. But when I was down there, that's what I made. I made 3 or 4 little snaps of snagging a couple of little guppies. I caught a couple of catfish, caught a perch. Uh, that I filmed. But I had a pretty good day. I didn't catch nothing major. Yeah. But oh yeah, did y'all read the comments on that with that last video when I was sitting in the doorway of the shed over yonder? That one guy said it looked like I was sitting on a porta potty or in one. And I didn't think about it, but it sure does, man. I've done videos down there before. I guess it was the way I was sitting and it framed me out. It looked just like it. I told him, "Whoops." I said, I better start taking a little bit closer look at things now. That's what I say. I rarely get any bad comments, man. Last one I really got, actually, it was some chick out on, she was living in Alaska and she was downgrading. Oh, what video was it on? I think it was on my daggone why I prefer daggone car loan instead of paying it out. But she was downgrading. She was talking rough to a couple of people on there, and I didn't like it. But I don't care what she says about me. She don't know me, so she don't know anything she told me. Everything she told me was BS anyway. She don't know. It was wrong. But it's rare that I get any bad ones. I get spammers a lot. Usually, if I start the month out, that's why I like to start the month out with a daggone, what do you call that? Cowbell. Doesn't get very many views. If I can put 2 videos out at the beginning of the month and not get very many views on it, that cuts a lot of that spam and bad comments down. So it's tactics. Emerald green arboretum. I don't know about that one. Good day fishing is when you don't get skunked. Yeah, well, that's true. I had been skunked this year, I don't think. I might have. I went to Corner Heights, went over to the pond over there. They got a lot of turtles over there and a lot of daggone carp over there. But I might have got skunked over there one time this year. First time I went, man, I was nailing the brim. I was catching them left and right. Eat what you catch or release, both. Depends on whether I feel like cleaning them or not. And it depends on how I start out. If I start out catching them, or if it takes me a few minutes before anything hits the line, then I probably won't. But it just depends on how I feel. Yesterday, I just needed a break from everything, you know. And so, actually, what happened was Tuesday I had cut grass, and Wednesday I was going to weed eat because I ain't never, since I retired, I ain't never done them both in the same day. You know, when you're working, you got to do that stuff. But when you retire, man, you ain't got to do squat. And so I was gonna weed eat yesterday, but I got up yesterday morning and said I'm gonna go down to the river for a couple of hours. And it was a nice day. If you go in the middle of the week like that, everybody's working, ain't nobody down there. I was down there till about noon and nobody showed up. So where's the rain? I don't know, man. It should be here. They said it's gonna come in about 5 o'clock tonight. I ain't seen a drop yet. It's looked bad a couple of times and the winds picked up. But winds calmed down now. So I don't know. I remember the birds trying to drown you out. Yeah. Hey, can you hear the dryer? The dryer's sitting right here. If you can, if it bothers you, I'll shut it off till I get off to here. Baby's got finishing up a load of clothes in there. I did a video out there just a little bit. I don't know, a week or so ago. I didn't put it on here. I'm gonna use it for a blooper. Had another one flying at me and did that daggone Top Gun move. And then I figured out it's because I hadn't filled the bird feeders yet. That's where I figured that was from. I don't know. I don't know why they do that, man. We used to have one last year. We had one. He'd fly up to our bedroom and he'd grab a hold of the screen and he would just stand there looking in there in the bedroom. He knew that was our bedroom, and if the feeders were light, that's what he would do. I don't know. That's what I figured. But every time I went out there after he'd done that, that's what happened. The feeders had gotten light. So I don't know, but he would do that. I ain't seen him this year. You have issues with rabbits in the garden? No. Kiss, my man. You know what, Kiss? I wanted to do something special for you. I told the wife about this, but you guys should not ever listen to me about a thing. I get in more trouble with stupid ideas than anybody you know. Last week was a doozy. But a couple of months ago, I don't know, something you said in a comment or something, I was talking to the wife about it, and it was good. I got a big deal out of it. And I told the baby, I says, how about let me do something special for him, baby? I said, how about paint me up like one of them guys on Kiss and let me do a video like that? She said, Steve, I can't do that. Why don't you buy one of them masks and wear it? I said, I could do that, baby, but it'd be nicer if I could get face painted like that. She says, no, she's just stupid. She's living with an idiot. But no, I haven't had trouble with rabbits since I went to the raised beds. Used to be my garden was in ground and it's right there where the shed is. And I had trouble one year with them there. And then the next 2 years I didn't get anything because the deer started coming over here so bad. When they started building across the road, used to be a golf course over there. There was a farm over there. And that's where my little lady across town used to live out there. That whole block was all just them 3 people. And it was all wooded. But once they started tearing that stuff down, they just migrated across the street over here. And 2 years, I didn't get nothing hardly. And my neighbor down the street, Reuben, he's big time gardener, but he ain't gardened since. It's easier for me to do that raised bed garden, put that little fence around it, and I'm pretty well secure with it, Dad. So, bought a house in Western PA that had Norways lining the driveway. Yeah. I had tree work done this year. Had a stump out front to grind, and then I had there's a big old tree that grew up there beside my nightlight I got in the corner of the yard. So when it gets dark, it comes on and lights up the back. I had that for security when I was working shift work, so the baby could see out back. She heard something or whatever. And it's my neighbor's tree, and it actually grew around that pole, and that light wasn't doing no good. It was pretty much like shining straight down. So I had them to come by and do that, and that was a big help to me. Catching grease. Same here, Swamp Brad. That's what I do. Plans for the 4th of July? No, no. Hey, man, we don't do nothing down here. We're probably some of the some of the no doing this bunch of people you'll ever see. We just have no desire to do anything. We just don't. We're homebodies is what we are. I got plenty of stuff around here to do and people to see and know and talk to, and I get enjoyment just hanging out at the house. I mean, it's as simple as that. And I always say that's part of what made my retirement difficult was I made it harder than it had to be because I listened to all that noise about retirement, and very little of it really pertained to me. But me trying to do that made it harder than it should have been. But I didn't know no better, man. Can't hear the dryer, but that bird was trying to drown you. Like, yeah, yeah. Well, we got a lot of them wrens, the Carolina wrens around here. And we got the chickadees, blue jays. We got pretty much everything. But we don't have no Baltimore Orioles. I've never seen one. And the goldfinches started coming back already. So, but yeah, I mean, I don't really pay them much attention. In the morning time when I'm sitting in my chair over there, just about daybreak, you can hear them, and you can hear them through the windows and everything. They get loud. It's like it's like I say, the world's waking up. That's a nice, quiet, peaceful time, and it just makes for a good morning start. So, but I really don't pay too much attention to them usually. But, I mean, I take my breaks out there, sit up underneath the gazebo and sit there and watch them, or sit on that bench there and see how many fly next to me. Because that bench is, I don't know, 5, 10 foot from them, maybe. So, oh, yeah, and that was another thing. Y'all kept hearing that bird on that last video, because I was sitting in the doorway of the shed there. Well, right around the corner is where that bird feeder is at. So that's why. That's why I told people that he was probably telling me the bird feeders were empty. Yeah, I'll see if I can't talk her into it. If nothing else, Halloween will be coming in a couple months. See if I can't get me a mask. I think that, hey man, it's just something to do. Everything about sharing more of your community to us, kind of like your episodes when you're out and about. Yeah, I don't really know what to do. Well, last year I didn't do it, man. I just had so much on me. I was cleaning up Mama's estate, and my little lady over there, her husband died in last fall, and she don't really have anybody. So I was over there trying to help her out, get her straight, getting everything settled, and I just worked myself to where I really didn't have too many spare moments, and so I didn't last year, but the year before that, I went to 3 or 4 of these historical parks around here, and I got plans on doing it this year. I just ain't got to it, man. When the time ain't pushing on you, Doc, you you tend to prioritize other things. Well, somebody mentioned they saw where I was starting to build. I was asking about them daggone chin-up bar I built out back. I started that in May. No, 1st of May. Yeah. So it took me about. You got to dig 5 poles and put it in the ground. That's all you got to do. It's not that big a deal. I started doing a video about it, but I said nobody. I mean, you're just digging a hole and sticking a pole in it, so it's not that big a deal. But it probably took me a week a pole. That took me it was first week of June before I got finished with it. I just I'm not in a rush to do a darn thing. I just ain't. When you ain't got that time crunch on you, it feels freeing. But you got to be careful because you got to keep your mind working. You got to keep your body moving. But you got to get a good mix of stuff in there. But yeah, I don't know, man. I would like to. Well, we got that. Well, Buzz had mentioned it. You got that 1700s uh halfway house up yonder. It was carriage road. Route 301 was a carriage road going from daggone Petersburg to Richmond back in the colonial days. And so I and and back was it Lafayette was there, and that's where we had that female Paul Revere lived over in Hopewell. She run across the river, went through the woods over to that daggone halfway house because she found out the British were going to be attacking the next day and saved him from being captured. But they got a big historical sign up out there talks about her now. And then you right around the corner here, you got General Lee's headquarters right up here at this college up here on the road. And you go down to Colonna Heights down there, and that's where he was at when the Battle of the Crater happened. I wanted to go to all three of those. And he got a real nice graveyard over in Hopewell, City Point graveyard. Because I think what they say, I was reading something about it. I think Hopewell had 7 hospitals in it during the Civil War. But the thing about that one over there is most of the people in the graves are known. A lot of your Civil War graveyards, it's unknowns. So, but that's a big deal. So, yeah, there's a lot of places I like to go. Baby thinks I'm nuts. Well, we got that Big Stone Gap in Virginia. I've always wanted to go there because that thing's like mileage wise, it's closer to 7 state capitals than Richmond. It just has the how you got to go to get to Richmond from it's way down in the southwest corner of the state. And Connie said, "What are you going to do? Pull up down there and say, well, I'm here and this is what it looks like,' and then go home?" I said, "Probably pretty much." But you got Audie Murphy, got a memorial to Audie Murphy about 3 hours down the road. I'd like to go there. So there's a lot of stuff I'd like to do. It's finding the time and finding the desire to actually make it happen. I met my new doctor today. I'm in love. Oh, did you see that one? Yeah, that was and I gotta apologize to y'all, man. I just think I'm not able to keep up with I don't get that many comments, but YouTube is strictly a hobby for me. It's hard for me to make time out of my week to do it consistently to get to answer the comments. I read them. I just not able to do them. I try to limit myself to about 20 or 25 and then I'll go on. But that's across the corner and the retirement corner. And I just ain't been able to get to it. And then I'm terrible for daggone answering emails. When somebody takes the time to watch a video and send me an email or a comment, I like to try to tailor my response to them and not just put a thank you out there. Like if they say, "Hey man, we crossed the high river in a ferry the other day," then I like to kind of comment on that. So, but if they ask a question, I'll just answer a question too. Scotland. Oh, Will Smith. Yeah. Oh, you got a picture of yourself this time. I think last time I seen you pop up, I don't think you had that. A picture. You're looking good, boss. What do you think about your soccer team, man? Or your football team? I've been watching on there where where were they at? In Philadelphia or Boston? And how big the town had welcomed them. I like them. I like that I like that Scottish music. But I don't know what's the name of that group of them ladies on it. Man, I love them. I love to listen to them. They'll put a Christmas commercial or show on for PBS around here. What the heck is the name of that? Celtic Woman. That's it. Man, I love those. They come close by here one year, and I wanted to go to see them. But I mean, tickets outrageous for them people. I went and seen Merle Haggard, Ricky Skaggs, and George Strait in the same concert back in the 80s, man. And I mean, it was only a few bucks. And that was at the Coliseum down yonder. So they were in the same concert. They were all opening for Merle Haggard. It was right after Ricky Skaggs' son got shot down here in Richmond. He would drive his mom. He was riding in the car with his mom. I guess he was going back to Kentucky or somewhere, and he got shot in that car. He survived. He's okay, but it was probably the next year, a few months after, it's when he was here. That's it, Boston. Okay. I didn't read your whole comment. I just seen your name. Sorry about that, buddy. Your shed had a lot of fishing poles in it. Maybe record for us all out there. You using them? So maybe some new line. Yeah. Yeah, I just put new line on one of my poles the other last week, I believe it was. I've done fishing pole video. I got a variety of junk out there, buddy. About 6 tackle boxes. Got a big old net. I bought a net for my boy when he was little. I lost a fish one time. I said that'll never happen again to him. It was we were up on the pier down here at Western Manor. It's probably 5 or 6 foot above the water. And it was too strong of a fish. It was too heavy of a fish trying to get him up, reel him up. I laid down on the pier and tried to reach down and grab him, but I couldn't. And it broke off. And I said, that'll never happen to him again. Get a fish like that. I mean, that was a good sized fish, man. So I got me a net. I had some minnow buckets. I wanted to get me some crab pots I could lay out down there at the Dutch Gap so that they could it would keep the crabs from getting on my line. The boys are doing well. No Scotland, no party. Man, I got them. All right. And you know what tickles me is Take Me Home Country Roads, and how well known that is over in Europe. And to watch the Japanese sing it, I mean, it's just mind blowing to me. I mean, and the kicker is the guy that wrote that song had never been to West Virginia in his life till after he wrote the song. Take care, Kaz. Blue 20. City Point area where Grant's cabin stood. Yeah, that's interesting. That's interesting. That's amazing to stand at the foot of that cabin because that's where Lincoln was at. He stayed on a barge out in the river there, and that's where him and Grant were talking about war tactics out there, and they were sitting down there at that cabin discussing the war. It's kind of interesting. It's kind of neat standing there, man, realizing 160 years or so ago. I mean, I could have been right there hobnobbing with 2 presidents eventually. So yeah, it's interesting. And the big deal with that cabin is it was in Philadelphia. They shipped it to Philadelphia, and somebody found it. I forget, but it was totally trashed, and they had to actually rebuild that thing. All right, Buzz, you're getting a little loose with your money there. I'm gonna have to tell the old lady on you. I appreciate it, man. You ain't got to do that mess. I'll retire in a few weeks. All my ducks in a row and ready to live. John Denver and Olivia Newton-John, great versions of Country Roads. Yeah, 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 yeah. I don't know if I ever heard Olivia singing, to be honest with you. I have Denver, but yeah. Well, see, Dad's from West Virginia, so he liked that song, and then Mom was from South Carolina. And what's that song? Carolina Breeze, Sweet Carolina Breeze, something like that. And she was tickled when that come out because she had a song for her state too. uh, I can't remember the name of it. Something like that. Sweet Carolina Breeze, something like that. I know we got a new one in the state of Virginia. Had it for a while. It's been a while we've had it because it used to be Old Virginia, and then they come up with Sweet Virginia Breeze is what they come up with. So I got a couple and didn't know what the heck they were. Yeah, I don't know what the heck they are either. I don't even pay no attention to them. A lot of stuff on here I don't. In a few weeks, huh, Will? Hey, man, well, don't forget to give me an email or make a comment about your time, and we'll ring the bells for you. Well, that'll be if it'd be in a few weeks. You'll probably be over an August bell ringing. Which, by the way, I got quite a few. I got quite a few to ring for July or for June. I started out the beginning of the month only one person. So, but I guess people when people see them videos, then they'll send me their stuff, and I'll put them down. I think I got two legacies that I screwed up, or either they sent me that day of the video, and I got to do them. Experimenting with. Oh, okay. Thanks, Ricky. Hey, Steve, is that? No, no, it's not. It's just iced. It's a fresh pitcher the baby made for dinner tonight. So I had to put some ice in it. Usually I just drink it straight, but this has got ice in it. It's watered down a little bit. Dad went from West Virginia and Mom South Carolina also. No kidding. What are the odds of that? See, I think two of Dad's brothers married from West Virginia, and the other three, Dad and two more. One of them was from Florida, and one of them, Mom was from Carolina, and my uncle Hopewell, his wife was from Hopewell. So, I mean, that's an unusual combination there, Doc. You got to be able to understand any language in the world if you grow up under them too. Love Cowbell Tuesday. I do too, man. I really do. How long you retired now, Steve? This is my 4th year. So tried retiring twice before. I've had more comebacks than Frank. Yeah, well, hey man, you don't know. You don't know if you're actually going to like it. You know. Some people just don't. It's not the. It's just not them. Being a natural born bum like me, it suits me to a T, Doc. But some people just don't get enough stimulation out of it. They're not busy enough, or they miss that daggone social interaction, or whatever it is. And a lot of that stuff it never affected me like I thought it was going to. Because I didn't think about retirement, man. I ain't gonna lie to you until the day I decided to retire. Not not heavy, I always figured I'd retire, but I didn't really put a lot of thought into it. And then as it got closer, I got to thinking, you know what? They'd say you ought to do this and that. So, but when I tried to do that, it just messed everything up for me. So I quit. Florence, right down the road, boss. Dillon. Dillon's where mom was from. And baby's from next county over, uh, Marlboro County. Been to Florence a lot. Well, we got people live there. Did have. I had a mom's cousin lived over yonder. You ever go to Skeet's Barbecue, boss? You ought to try that out. That's good. That's if you go to back way in from what was it 36? It's through the I don't know if it's the Bridge Road. If you go to back way in, you pass that little restaurant down there. That's nice. We've been there, well, probably twice, I believe, on the way to Florence before. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't realize how sorry I was till I retired, boss. Yeah, it's nice, Rick. You know, you can pick and choose when to do that stuff. You know, it's just nice not having that time crunch and that responsibility of a full-time job. It's not so much the job and the people and working and stuff. It's just that the whole thing rolled into one. It just kind of got to me, and I was fortunate I didn't have to stay any longer, so I quit. Just started watching, had to mow my grass. Oh, okay. I mowed Tuesday. I was supposed to weed eat yesterday. I didn't do it. Marvel, oh, hot dog, buddy. Man, I know exactly where you at. You know where Connie's mama ran a fire tower down there years ago. So, and I know um my cousin down in Fayetteville, he has a cousin down in Bennettsville, and he's kin to him on his dad's side, and I'm kin to the same guy, or kin to my cousin Fayetteville on my mom's side. And he was shipped up here. He was stationed at Fort Lee for a few years. And so we used to hang out a little bit. I took him home one time when he had some time off. Nicest parents in the world, man. I ain't lying to you. Sweet people. They really are. They worked the old Firestone plant down there, I believe. Stanton's in Bennettsville is even better. No kidding. I haven't been there. Lived in Beaufort. All right. I don't think I've been there. You ever giving us a visit in Scotland? I'd like to, buddy. But man, yeah, I'm not leaving the country. I'm barely get out of the town, to be honest with you. I just ain't. My desire to do it is not strong enough. If it was, I'd have been. You know, I'd done pretty much anything that I had that strong desire for. Went to the Masters. Went up and seen the Packers play. Go Pack, go. Let's hear everybody. Go Pack, go. So I mean, nah, probably not, boss. But I would like to. I would like to. I'd like to go to Australia. I'd really love to go to Australia one time. I've always been fascinated by that place from the founding of it, and everything. I really have. Country roads is belong Mountain Mama, take me home. Well, that's it. No, it's I believe it's just called Fire Tower Road, boss. I don't know what road it is on. See, when they first had it down there, they didn't have no daggone street signs up. Everybody just when they come through there, when I first was going down, then they come through there for the 911 system, and they had to name roads. So they started naming them according to what people in the neighborhood used to call them. Bob's Avenue or Bob's Farm Road or whatever. So, hail to the Redskins. Are they bringing that name back? I thought I heard somewhere they was going to bring that name back, but I'm not sure. I've never been to a Redskins game. I went up to Baltimore to see Baltimore Colts play Miami Dolphins. That's when they had that kicker, that daggone Reggie Roby. Man, that guy kicked the snot out of that ball, that punter. Unreal. He was impressive, Doc. I don't know if it's Burt Jones, maybe it was quarterback for Baltimore. I don't know what it was, but there was a bus here. So a lot of times people in town would get a bus up and go up, and we was able to get on that. But I mean, and it was a rainy day that day. And boy, he kicked the snot out of that thing, man. I ain't lying. That's impressive as heck to watch them guys. And what gets me about the quarterbacks is that, a lot of times people yell at the quarterback, hey, he lost the game for us and all this other stuff. But I mean, he's the best of the best that's leading the team. He's the best they got. If they had somebody better, they'd put him out there. And they don't realize, I mean, how good them guys are. They just have no idea. That's what amazes me about that golf. I mean, them guys are good, buddy. I've been around golf all my life, but them guys, the thing is, they're so consistent and they know their distance. Just unreal. Want them to bring back that name. Oh, okay. Is that what it was? Am I in Wisconsin? No. Central Virginia, buddy. But I am a Packer shareholder. A Native American, I get offended when they try to cancel my history. Keep all the Native mascots everywhere. Yeah, well, I wasn't too ticked off about it. Being called the Chiefs or the Indians or whatever. I don't see where it was such a big deal. Well, here in Richmond, we used to be a AAA for baseball for Atlanta, and they called them the Richmond Braves, and they had big Indian head up on top of the stadium there. I mean, it's just like doing going to Atlanta Braves game almost. They do the tomahawk chop and all that junk, and it was but now I think we San Francisco Giants team now. We're like AA for them or something up there. What do you call them? Richmond Squirrels. I think. I don't know. So I mean, I didn't see the big outrage about it, but it was the time. That's when they was pulling down all the statues and griping and complaining about everything. People get their butt hurt too easy nowadays. But yeah. Well, everything went woke there for a bit. Yeah. 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 Well, we actually, before I left work, a boy was telling me over there. He said they actually had a rule against leering. If you looked at a person too long, they could get you for leering at them and fire you the butt for it. At that moment, I mean, it told me it was time to get my butt up out of there. Every little word and every little thing you do, man. You know, I don't know. I don't know. I think it was crazy, but it's what they did. They renamed John Tyler Community College. He was president of the United States. Well, they got it named it Bright Point Community College. Fort Lee, around the corner over yonder. I forget what they named it, but I read a book about that. The lady, there's a lady. There was two names there, and one of them was a lady. And I read a book about her. So she had an impressive career in the 40s in the military, but I don't know. They did the same thing. Fort Bragg, didn't they? Fort Liberty, ain't that what they did call that now? It's just stupid. I don't know. I can't tell nobody what to do. Cleveland Guardians, yeah. Yeah, I don't know where they got that from. I think I heard when they come up with it, but I don't remember how they come up with that name. What are you gonna call the Bears now? They're gonna be the are they going Indiana? Ain't they going to Indiana? But I guess they're gonna be like what is it, the Giants that are actually from New Jersey and they still call them the New York Giants. So it might be something like that. Fred Nats in Fredericksburg. Okay. He used to have a minor league team here in Mississippi. You ever watch them? Was it the Savannah Bananas? I haven't watched any, but they'll pop up on here from time to time. But now they usually put up a good when the Richmond Braves were up yonder. They always had a nice fireworks display on Fourth of July. We tried to go take the kids when they were little. They have a good one. Then I found out you could sit out in the parking lot for free and watch them. I didn't realize, hey man, they seen the same thing out yonder as I am in here. Probably a lot happening. Fort Lee used to put on a big show too. Yeah, yeah. Well, that's my timer. You ever watch comedians? First thing they do when they start is they light up a cigarette. When that cigarette burns down, that means they're 3 minutes of time when the floor is up. Yeah. So that glass tea is my timer. Virginia. You remember any lyrics of the song you mentioned? Oh no, 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 I could pull it up in a matter of minutes on here. It wouldn't take me long to figure it out. I don't even remember who it was that sang it. No, I don't remember any of it. Sort of like that tree. It wasn't a tree, it's actually a shrub, but it grows big and spreads out. But when I could find it in a matter of minutes on here, but I can't remember what they are now, and I can't remember that song at all. But I knew it come out probably late '70s, early '80s, probably late '70s. It's the best I got on that one, boss. New Jersey Giants and Jets. Yeah, go back, go. There you go, buddy. I got a convert. Hey man, we need all the help we can get. So, but I enjoyed going up there. I like to get the baby up yonder. It's nice. Take her up there in decent weather like this. We went in December. I figured I would never get back up yonder, so we went in the middle of December. And it actually snowed that day of the game. Light flurries, nothing bigger. But I mean, you get to go down to the frozen tundra and it's snowing. Your only game out there. You couldn't ask for better than that. But it's a nice little town, especially right there around the ballpark. We went to the museum. Uh, they have like a Hall of Fame up in there for Packers players and a museum about the team, start of it, and everything like that. So that was nice. So, but the way, somebody had mentioned, I think it was JNP. I don't know if you're still on here. You had mentioned that about that training. Well, the wife and daughter went last weekend, I believe it was, back up there to that Goodwill. They had another one up there for like $3. She come home and was telling me about it. I thought, hey man, you should have picked it up. But they went back up there a day or two ago and it was gone. $3, man. You could afford to waste $3 on a kid, you know what I mean? Even if it don't work, they can push it around the floor until it falls apart. But I was tickled to death with that train because I didn't even expect it to work. I didn't know it had a remote or none of that, It's just a toy. But like I said in that video, it's gonna be perfect out there. Put around that daggone train or the tree for Christmas. That'd be nice. Be nice. When the kids are little, I got an actual was it is it O scale train? I don't know, up in the attic. I used to, a couple years I put that around the tree down in the house here. I think it's O scale. That one is. That one there I bought was G scale. So well, we've hit our hourly weight, man. You train reminded me of the one my mother gave us 30 years ago. Well, that one there is from 16, I believe. I believe it's a decade old. 16 or 12. You can see it on the back of the box. So, but that daggone Lionel I got back in the 80s. So it's 40 years old or so. Mhm. But I never had one as a kid that I know of. Not an actual set like that. Yeah, just goofing off, spending the kid's inheritance. But I'm gonna get on off of here, man. Let y'all get stuff going back to your normal life. And I appreciate you showing up, man. I really enjoy these. Hey, we don't do nothing, man. Hang out. If you got a question, you can ask me on here. If you it helps me to get to know you guys. And you know, when you start a daggone YouTube channel, when you retire, it really replaces any social thing you might miss at work. You don't realize that. You really get by the way you reply to comments or talk on here, I get a feel for the type of people you are and get to wondering about you and thinking about you and where you live at and stuff. And I don't know, man. It's a feel. It really is. So for me, anyways. So I enjoy it. And this here's, it's off script. It's just live and in action. Been awesome. Thanks. Have a pleasant Father's Day. Yeah. Well, me and the baby's got some plans for next few days. So we'll see if we can't I did a video about what the kids got me because we got something going on this weekend and I probably won't see them this weekend. And what they gave me for Father's Day. I made a short to put out. I might put it out Wednesday because it's just stupid. I think that's what I'll call the short, another stupid video. But I'll have a good one, boss. You guys out there that's having a Father's Day, man, you enjoy it. Um, it's I think it's a bigger thing for the kids than it is for fathers. For me, it is, anyways. So I think it's really for them because you know your parents different as you age as an adult, and you get to understand what they were doing and how they felt. So it's you develop a different relationship with them, and so I think it means a lot to the kids more than it does the fathers, anyways. In my case, it does, anyways. But y'all have a good, happy Father's Day too, man. See you later, Buzzy. Sorry, having you enjoyed the live. See you later, guys. Good night, Steve. Stay cool. I'm gonna try to, buddy. Hopefully that weather will cooperate in the next few days. But y'all take care of yourselves, man, and be careful out there with them storms coming through. And be careful in the heat and enjoy yourself, man. Do something for you today, tomorrow. But y'all take care of yourselves, man. We'll talk with y'all later. Let's see. In stream, there it is. Think I've done this once or twice.